It's here, it's here, it's here. We finally picked it up from the printer. So all of my students' work is here. It's done. So they did their drawings and we have the cover. Everybody did awesome drawings and they have their names in there and we have the words. So I'm super stoked. So this is level 2 because we have past tense verbs and some words that are like I don't teach colors. I expect you to already know colors in this one and some of the basic words and everything. So this is level 2 and here was level 1. But I did want to take some time today and show you some really cool ways to use either one of your calendars. So if you don't have it, you totally want to get it. If you buy the physical one, you actually get the digital one. So you can print these off and of course listen to the audio too. So it's ready to ship as soon as you purchase it. But I said that the pre-purchase price of $11.95 would be good through the 15th. So you have like 6 days where 6 days? Yeah, 6 days where this is still going to be the lower price and it actually will ship like whatever today, tomorrow, whenever, like as soon as you put your order in and you'll get the digital. So I'm going to go over to the thingy over here. What's this called? Document camera, and show you some ways to use February since we're in February. I know we're like almost halfway through, but it'll still work. So, all right, un momento. So this is from the other day for Spanish Geniuses. We talk about a lot of things here. So this is my favorite whatever, right? My favorite song, place, food, book, movie, and hobby. And we talked about that. And then the kids learned about me gusta. Okay, so all right, here is your new calendar. Let's see if I can open up to February. Don't worry, May's in there. I just did 2 pages. All right, so here's Febrero. And so one of my Spanish geniuses drew this and she designed it. And then look, I didn't put any labels in here. On level 1, there's quite a few things already labeled. Level 2, I expect you to do it. So whether you're level 1 or 2, this is so neat. I learned this accidentally by teaching my own children, that they accidentally learn grammar without me teaching them grammar. I didn't know why my kids knew so much grammar already. And this is because I just would just kind of nonchalantly say, oh, well, that's a noun, but we could put a verb here. And this, as we were learning Spanish, that way, when they got to like 4th or 5th grade, whenever we started actual grammar lessons, they totally already knew everything. And it was because of learning Spanish. So let's look at what we got. If you don't know Spanish, it's okay because you know English. And there it is. El búho, the owl. So you're going to write el búho, or you can draw a picture. Oh, this is not a good marker. Rats. El búho. Let me see if this one will work. El búho. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to do 3 or 4 different, that's a B, nouns. El búho. And then let me do el techo. There's another noun. El techo, the roof. El techo. Can you see that? Yeah, okay, you can see it. El techo. On the back side, you can write the English. I really like to draw on one side and then not do the English on the other side. Like I like doing Spanish and English on one side and drawing on the other, but sometimes we're not, we need to do it this way. It's also the ceiling. The ceiling is el techo. El techo, el techo, el techo, el búho. El cabello, not to be confused with el caballo, the horse. El cabello. I'll speed this part up because you're probably not actually doing it right now. La niña. So I have de la niña. I'm just going to do la niña, the girl. We have lots of ways to say la niña. We can say hija or chica or muchacha. So I'm just going through and I would have, if I had an older student, 5th grade and up, 4th grade and up, I might have them say, okay, tell me other nouns here. Oh, conejito or conejo is rabbit. Conejito is bunny. How many do I have now? Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. Let's do one more. Conejito, these are all adjectives. Viento, the wind. El viento. Let's see, look at that. Would somebody who's learning Spanish be able to do that? El viento frío, the cold wind. I think you would be able to. El viento, and then frío means cold. So level 2, yeah, I think you should be able to figure out frío. You already learned in level 1, the wind. Okay. So I would go through and just practice my words, right? The wind, el viento. El conejito, the bunny. El búho, the owl. El techo, the roof or the ceiling. El cabello, the hair. Oh. La niña, the girl. Okay, so that's step 1. Step 2, let's do some verbs. I'm going to choose a different color. You can just use regular white. I like color coding everything. I'm going to do some verbs. Vuela. Vuela. That means it flies. So not like the flies that you smack. It's a verb. It flies. Vuela. Oh, is there a verb here? Sopla. Another verb. Let's do a third verb. Sopla. It blows. And then the last verb, persigue. It chases. Persigue. Persigue. It can also be he or she. Chases. All right. So now I've broken down my sentences into nouns and verbs. Check it out. There's my calendar. First, you can always label it, right? Conejito, el búho, el cabello, right? El techo. You would only do that one word a day, though. You wouldn't do it as often, as quickly as I'm doing this. So now I can make some funny sentences. La niña persigue el cabello. That the girl chases the hair. La niña persigue el cabello. El techo persigue la niña. That's silly. El techo sopla la niña. How about this one? La niña sopla el cabello. El búho sopla el cabello. Can you imagine an owl? El cabello. Okay, el conejito sopla el cabello. El viento, there we go. El viento sopla el cabello. El viento vuela. That doesn't really work. The wind flies. Let's try a different one. El búho vuela el cabello. So if you're doing Spanish 2, you probably have the word like a or in. So let's do a, which is at or to. A or in. So on this side, I'll write in or on. And then this is at or to. I think I did that upside down. I did, but whatever. Okay. El búho vuela al cabello. The owl flies at the hair. There we go. El búho vuela al techo. Or in el techo. That doesn't work. El búho vuela. Oh no! A la niña. Ah. So the cool thing is, you see how you don't have to write it all out, right? We're not translating it. We're just making funny sentences. They're going to see the pattern. Oh, here's a verb. And you don't have to come up with another curriculum. You just use your calendar. And then what words do we know? Maybe it's too many for you to do as many as I did here, but you can choose nouns and say, okay, what's another noun in this row? And then each week just add it to it. And now you can lay out fun sentences. And so this is just like the see it and say it method, right? Except of course we have photos instead of words, because this is going to help your brain to think in Spanish rather than reading and translating. So you can make the same idea happen without using all of see it and say it, and with just a little bit of extra work on your part using your calendar. So I hope this helps you for February, and you can put together sentences and maybe even draw. So let's do that. Let's see. Let me just choose. Okay. I just randomly put some back. And so now we have the bunny, el conejito persigue a la niña. Or you could just say la niña, but a la niña is more correct. El conejito persigue a la niña. El conejito, bloop, bloop, persigue. So he's running. He's in a hurry. Persigue, el conejito. Persigue a la niña. They're having fun. She's not scared. She's happy. Yay! They're playing chase. So you can draw some really quick drawings, especially if you have the whiteboard from See It and Say It and you have the paddle. You could use this as a great way, because a perfectionist will have a hard time. And a lot of kids are perfectionists at the age of 8 or 9. So a perfectionist would have a hard time drawing this quickly. But if you use the whiteboard, you just draw it real quick and erase it and do another one. So lay out another sentence and continue on. All right, super fun Spanish lesson for this Friday in February. If you don't have your calendar yet, come on over and go to flipflopspanish.com and if you don't have level 1, start with level 1. If you want both, get both of them because level 2 is only $11.95 right now, and you get the digital, which has the audio with it, and you can print one paper out for each kid. But it's so nice just to lay it, like hang it on the wall, and now you have one word a day activities in here. Draw your favorite bird and look it up in Spanish because we were talking about el bull, and so you can look up how to say the different bird names in Spanish, and that's nature study with Charlotte Mason. Of course, we have the Charlotte Mason method of doing the series, and then I taught you how it doesn't have to be stagnant, right? Use your words, use your words, use your words to make different sentences in the series method. So anyhow, I hope this gives you some ideas and sparks some ideas for you. I just love using simple things in more complex ways and make it really interesting and fun and different and engaging for you and your kiddos. All right. Gracias. Thank you to all the Spanish geniuses for doing the artwork and coming up with all the sentences. And I hope it really excites you to see your work in print. Hasta pronto.